Okay, here we go. Let's see who's going to join us today. I'm just going to put this down a little bit further. Okay. Hi, Juliet. First one in. So glad you're here today. Hi, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see everybody signing in. I hope you're having a good weekend, Memorial Day weekend. I know for a lot of people they didn't do anything or go anywhere because of everything that's going on. Hi. But my family, we came up to Maine because we have a house up here. So we came up just for the weekend, for the long weekend. Brought our own groceries. We're staying in our house, but we're right by the ocean. And so my kids are out on the rocks painting rocks outside. And after I'm all done on here, I'll go out and I'll take some pictures and I'll show you what they ended up making if you want to see. So I had to thank my husband for taking my kids out every Sunday out of the house somewhere when you can't go anywhere because of quarantine. And also my kids because they have to give me up for a couple hours on Sunday while I do our classes. But I'm so happy to be here. Okay, so we are talking about detachment today. And of course we're going to start by singing our songs. So let's sing We Are Drops, okay? Get your hands ready. All right. Ready? Let's get moving a little bit. Stretch out. Get limber. Okay. We are drops of one ocean. We are waves of one sea. Come and join us in our quest for unity. It's a way of life for you and me. We are flowers of one garden. We are leaves of one tree. Come and join us in our quest for unity. It's a way of life for you and me. All the world is one country. Man is one. Can't you see? Come and join us in our quest for unity. It's a way of life for you and me. I hope you followed along. Okay, we're going to do Oh God Guide Me like we do every week. So get your fingers ready, point them up to the sky, and we're going to sing, Oh God, guide me, protect me, make of me a shining lamp and a brilliant star. Thou art the mighty and the powerful. Let's do it again. Oh God, guide me, protect me, make of me a shining lamp and a brilliant star. Thou art the mighty and the powerful. Very good. Should we do so powerful? Yeah? Okay. Muscles ready! Can you see my muscles? I wish I could see yours. I feel like I can see them. I see at least a dozen muscles. Because we all have one on each arm, right? So 2 each. Okay. So powerful is the light of unity. So powerful is the light of unity, that it can illuminate the whole earth, that it can illuminate the whole earth. The whole earth. We'll do a little faster this time. So powerful is the light of unity. So powerful is the light of unity, that it can illuminate the whole earth, that it can illuminate the whole earth, the whole earth. You like that one? Okay. What else should we do? Should we do Blessed is the Spot, or is there any remover of difficulties, or Oh God, educate these children? I have a new prayer that was just recently translated that my friend Maeve turned into a song with hand movements, but I haven't fully learned it yet. So next week, I'm going to try and have it memorized so that I can sing it with and for you guys. And also this week, I'm going to ask Maeve if I can post it onto my Instagram. That way, if you want to practice it this week, then we can do it next week together, okay? But maybe what we'll do is, oh God, educate these. Let's do Bless is the Spot, okay? So get your thumbs ready like this. Okay, we're going to go. Blessed is the spot and the house and the place and the city and the heart and the mountain and the refuge and the cave and the valley and the land and the sea and the island and the meadow, where mention of God hath been made, and his praise glorified. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right. Okay, we're going to be talking about detachment today. I'm going to come a little closer because I feel like you're so far away from me. Okay, so we're talking about detachment, and the quote today, I'm not at home, so I was kind of scrambling to write down the quote for today, and I used one marker and it didn't work, so then I had to go find another marker, and then that marker didn't work. So I finally found something that I could write down with, and I'm realizing all of my materials are in the way so that I can get nice and close to you and show you the books and also the quotes, because we don't need this stuff quite yet. So I'll show it to you afterwards. But here's the quote. I'm going to come sideways so you can see it. And it says, and I know this is backwards, so I'm sorry that it's backwards on here. Know that thy true adornment consisteth in the love of God and in thy detachment from all save him. Now, when I was reading this, at first I was like, true adornment. There are a lot of big words in this quote. And I don't know if my kids would understand it, let alone, I could even conceptualize what it meant at first. So I broke it down. So know that thy true adornment, I think, is kind of like you adorn yourself with jewels or with jewelry or with decorations or with fancy clothing. And so this is saying, know that thy true decoration or thy true beauty consisteth, which means to be made up of something, in the love of God and in thy detachment from all save him. So know that thy true decorations and beauty consisteth or is made up of the love of God and in thy separation from everything else except for God. That's the way I interpreted it. So we're going to be talking about detachment today, and detachment means separation. So if you're detached from something, it means you're not so attracted or attached to it that you couldn't give it up. Okay? So I'm going to read you this one paragraph from Ruhi. God has created every good thing in this world for us to enjoy. Good health, delicious foods, love and friendships, and the beauty of nature and the power of the mind, which enabled us to make discoveries and create inventions to improve the way we live. We're supposed to enjoy and appreciate all these beautiful things that the world has to offer us. We should make use of all the bounties that God has given us and be thankful to God for the joy of living. But we should be careful not to become attached to this world, this physical world that we live in, right? Because we're spiritual beings living in a physical world, which is kind of hard to be detached from because that's all that we really know. Our souls must be free at all times. Like free and strong birds, they should soar in the heaven of holiness. How sad if a bird remains on the ground, unable to take flight because it is attached to the things around it. So when I think about this quote and detachment in general and how we're supposed to be detached from the world because we are these spiritual beings, I think about how Shoghi Effendi put so much time and energy and effort into making the Baha'i World Center this most beautiful place with these beautiful gardens. And he was very meticulous about what he chose to put where. And so we're meant to appreciate and enjoy the beauties of this world, but we're also supposed to be detached from it, to realize that, eventually we're not a material being anymore. We're a spiritual being. So we're going to read a couple of books that talk about 3 different kinds of attachments. The first one is called Mole Had Everything, and this one has to do with material attachments. So material attachments to me is like, being attached to your clothing, or being attached to things in your house, or being attached to toys, or being attached to, I don't know what else is there, your car, I don't know. things that we like to have around us. So that's the first one, material attachments. The second one we're going to read is Adrian Simcox does not have a horse. And this is we're going to talk a little bit about the attachment attached to your house, right, or your car. This one talks about, the reason I chose this book is because this little girl is adamant that this little boy who says he has a horse is wrong and he's a liar and he doesn't have a horse. So what we're going to talk about a little bit is sometimes we're attached to our ideas and our thoughts on things, and we feel that other people can't see things differently than we do, so they're wrong. So kind of being attached from our perception or ideas of things. And then this last one's called Ninja Baby. And my kids love this book. And this book, we're going to talk about attachment to being attached to the old way of living, how we feel that our life should be, but then things happen in the world or things happen in our life that we can't control, and we have to be detached from what it used to be and realize that maybe it's not such a bad maybe it's not such a bad thing that things had changed, okay? So we'll start first with Mole Had Everything. Let me get nice and close to you guys here, okay? Mole Had Everything by Jamieson O'Done, I guess is how you might say it, but I could be wrong. Here we go. Mole had everything, and he looks so very happy and content, doesn't he? Mole had everything. One small home, one bed, one pillow, one shelf for books, and one cup for tea. He loved to skip stones, look into caves, and spook the birds. Boo! And sit on top of his favorite rock to think. Tonight, Mole was thinking about having his friend Emerson over for tea. And look, he has a little bird friend here. The next day, Mole had everything ready, but when Emerson arrived, there was a problem. 2 friends and 1 teacup did not work. "Oh, Mole," sighed Emerson, "come with me." I think Emerson's a beaver, huh? Look at his tail here, his teeth. He looks very fancy. He has lots of rings. He has a nice hat with a jewel on top. "You need more, Mole," said Emerson. "Look at my house. I have just about everything." Maybe, thought Mole, I don't have very much after all. Is he feeling like maybe because Emerson has so much stuff that he needs more? So Mole left his small home the very next day in search of everything, gone to find everything. He dug a tunnel deep into the ground and scraped on for miles. As soon as Mole popped up, he found something. He tied a piece of string to his wonderful new something and moved on. He doesn't even know what that something is. Do you know what that something is? It's an airplane, right? Tunneling and tunneling, Mole arrived next in the foggy swamps. There he found something else, tied his string to it, and moved on. He looks a little bit nervous. I think he's nervous because there's a snake here. But he found a gumball machine, and he tied a string to it. Everywhere Mole searched, he found something. Under rocks, in the woods, in shops, in junkyards, in caves, and even underwater. Now Mole had everything. Oh my goodness, look at all this everything. There's a poster with a dinosaur on it. I don't even know. This is like a candy cane or something. Another candy cane. A rocket ship. I don't even know what half this stuff is. A lamp. A dinosaur skull. Maybe some kind of concoction here. A piano. I would keep the piano maybe, if I know how to play. But maybe he doesn't know how to play the piano, so maybe he doesn't need it. Popcorn. Look at all this stuff. And look, he looks so exhausted collecting all that everything. That took a lot of his time. He sat on a very good spot and thought about all of his new things. It's time for me to go back home, Mole told the little red bird. Here's the bird. They seem like they're pals. Through the tunnels, Mole tugged and trudged. Oh! Takes so much effort to get everything into his house. After he arrived home, Mole began the big task of getting everything inside of his house. Oh my gosh, look at all that stuff. Has anybody moved before? This is kind of what it feels like when I have moved. This was not easy. But at least now I have everything, Mole thought. So you know how moles live under the ground. They dig tunnels under the ground, and so they live under the ground. So you can see up here, there's nothing up here as he stuffs that last safe in. But underneath, whoa! In his little home, he's got everything. But you know what he doesn't have? I don't think he has space to even move around in his home because everything's taking it up. Do you think he has a use for all these things? I don't know. Let's see. In the days and nights that followed, everything took up almost all of Mole's time. Moving this, dusting that, winding, fixing, and arranging. There was no time for spooking birds or running through fields. Why was there no time? Because he's too busy taking care of everything he collected, right? So Mole tacked up a sign that read, "Almost everything for sale." Almost everything for sale! Free! The whole town rushed over when they heard about Mole's offer. Everybody took something till almost everything was gone. Now they like all this everything. Now Mole walks under the stars every night and revels in everything that he has. One home, one bed, one pillow, one shelf for books, and 2 cups for tea. He didn't really need all that stuff, did he? The only thing he needed was an extra cup for tea so that him and his friend could share tea together, right? I love this book. I know I say that a lot. I love lots of books. I love children's books, and I love reading them to you because I just love books. So in this book, he was collecting, and it took so much effort and energy, and he finally got it all stuffed into his house. But it didn't end when he got it all stuffed into his house, right? Then he had to dust it, he had to fix it, he had to move it around, he had to rearrange it, and it ended up taking up all of his time, and he couldn't do the things that he really enjoyed. I feel this way in our house sometimes with toys. Anybody else feel that way in their house with toys? You feel like you have so many toys that you can't even focus on the toys that you have anymore because there are just too many options? In our house for Yamiha, what we do before Yamiha is we go through our toys and we pick out, the toys that my kids have decided that they're done playing with, or they want to give away, or they want to re-gift, and we give away as much as we can to somebody else who may be less fortunate. And then we do it again right around Christmas time because my husband's Christian, so they also get a few Christmas presents. So it's really good to get rid of stuff that you don't need. It makes it so much easier to clean up. And we don't need that much stuff, right? You actually appreciate things more when you have less of them. So what we're going to read next is Adrian Simcox does not have a horse. And I only just recently found this book maybe a year ago, maybe less than a year ago. I don't even remember. The illustrations are kind of pretty. Do you see? So this is a story between this little boy, his name is Adrian Simcox, and this little girl. Okay, and we're going to be talking about, in this one, detachments from having to be right, detachments from our ideas. As Bahá'ís, we talk a lot about consultation and how when we're consulting with other people, we put our ideas on the table and they're no longer our ideas anymore. They're for everybody to share. So it's not really about being right and wrong. It's about coming to conclusions together to better society and whatever we're doing, right? And that's what makes Bahá'ís so good at consultation and getting along with other people, because we don't hold on to our ideas thinking that we are right all the time, right? Okay. And I have one child in my house who likes to think that she's right most of the time. So this one kind of spoke a little bit to our house. Adrian Simcox sits all by himself, probably daydreaming again. And Adrian Simcox tells anyone who will listen that he has a horse. I think he's telling them about his horse. And everybody's outside. Look at this one right over here. She's kind of annoyed and doesn't believe that Adrian Simcox has a horse. And she's looking at her like, what's her problem? Some kids believe him, but I don't. He lives in town like me, and I know you can't have a horse in town. Where would he put it? I asked Jamie at recess. Jamie said Adrian lives with his grandpa, and their house is very small, and there's hardly any yard. She said, the horse goes to the country sometimes. That's what Adrian said. Ha! Jamie will believe anything. I told my mom about Adrian's horse, and how he definitely does not have one. She said, and how would you know, Miss Smarty Pants? Because I know Adrian Simcox does not have a horse. Adrian Simcox gets the free lunch at school. His shoes have holes. Kelsey told me her cousin has a horse, and it's super expensive. He can't take care of a horse. Adrian Simcox can't even take care of his own desk. Our teachers always say, we must try to be understanding. We have to be patient. See, her desk is all neat, and his is all messy. She's really struggling with Adrian Simcox, isn't she? But I was tired of being patient with Adrian Simcox and tired of trying to understand why he kept telling everybody he had a horse when he did not. The next day by the swings, he was telling a bunch of little kids about his beautiful horse with its white coat and golden mane, saying she had the biggest, brownest eyes of any horse anywhere. Look at his beautiful drawings. What's he drawing with chalk? Is he drawing his horse? So many pictures of his horse. He's a pretty good artist. So I yelled from the monkey bars, he's lying! Adrian Simcox does not have a horse! Even though I was upside down, I could see that made Adrian Simcox really, really sad. See, she's over here. She's saying, he doesn't have a horse. He's lying. The poor guy. She kind of shamed him in front of all those kids. That night I told my mom how Adrian was lying about his horse again, and she said, Chloe, it's time to take Chompers for his walk. A little dog is a perfectly normal pet to have in town. Mom walked even faster than usual, so I had to run with Chompers to keep up. Can you see it? Okay. But when she got to the corner where we always turn left, she turned right. Why are we going over here? I asked. Chompers loved it, but I didn't. All the houses looked like they might fall down, and even though it wasn't trash day, it looked like it was. But Mom kept walking. When someone said evening, she said evening right back. And then I saw him, Adrian Simcox, at a little house down the street. I stopped walking. Chompers kept pulling. That's Adrian Simcox, I said. Yes, I know. I met his grandpa at the back-to-school picnic. Now come on, said Mom. Wow, look at this beautiful garden he lives in. It was the tiniest house I ever saw. It was like half of our house. Mom started talking to Adrian's grandpa, and Adrian said, I like your dog. Chompers pulled the leash from my hand and went over and licked Adrian Simcox right on the face. I could see the backyard. It was no place for a horse, that's for sure. You think a horse would live here? Let's see. I could feel some words coming up in my throat and tangling in there. Like when I swallowed something and it went down the wrong pipe. You do not have a horse. But I didn't say it because of how Adrian was looking and how it reminded me of when I told those little kids he was lying. How is he looking? Is he looking a little bit uncomfortable and sad? And she held back her words this time because she knew that it made him feel bad before. Adrian Simcox tossed a ball to me. I caught it. I tossed it back to him. It was kind of cool to see Adrian Simcox smile. So I asked him, is your horse at a farm? And Adrian started talking about his horse with a white coat and golden mane and the biggest, brownest eyes of any horse anywhere. And then I thought, Adrian Simcox had just about the best imagination of any kid in our whole school. Why would she think that? Because look, I also thought he had the most beautiful horse of anyone, anywhere. Can you see the horse? Adrian Simcox wasn't lying about the horse in his backyard. It just is a different kind of horse than what she was imagining. She was imagining that it was a real live animal, but look at this beautiful horse being created by the foliage in his backyard. You see, here's the face and the ears and the golden mane he was talking about and the white fur made by the fence and the biggest brown eye. Can you see it? Here are two horses side by side. So even though this is not a real horse in his backyard, he wasn't lying when he was telling people about the beautiful horse in his backyard, right? He saw it in his backyard. He drew it. He wanted to share it with everyone. And I bet you, if he's on the playground telling his friends about that horse, I doubt that she would say anything about it other than it is the most beautiful horse she's ever seen, huh? We don't all see the world in the same way, and so it's important for us to not be cruel if we feel like someone else has a different point of view than we do. All right, last one. So that's detachment from being right or being, pointing that out. Okay, here's the last one. Ninja baby. Ninja baby. This one kind of reminds me a little bit of Boss Baby, but not really. Have you guys seen that movie, Boss Baby? Okay, Ninja Baby. Last one, and then we'll make some mandalas. Okay? Okay. All right. Here we go. Ninja Baby by David Zeltzer. Zeltzer. That's a fun name to say. Who do you see here? You see this little ninja baby? Hiya! Oh, he, fo, foo. I bought this book when my daughter, let's see, came out 2015. Yep. Pretty much when my son was born, or my daughter. When Nina was born, the doctor gently thumped her bottom to make sure she was breathing. Nina karate chopped her right back. Hiya! Her shoe came off. Congratulations, said the doctor, backing away. You have a ninja baby. Look how many swaddles it took to swaddle her up, because she could get out of any swaddle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 swaddles. And the mom and dad sang, give us our baby. Whenever Mom tried to feed her, Nina had already launched a sneak attack. At bedtime, she climbed her crib walls like smoke and vanished. And changing time was hand-to-hand combat. Nina did not like to be helped. Oh my goodness. She wanted to do everything by herself. And she was good at it. She obliterated her applesauce. I don't want this. She concealed herself at bath time. And she was training herself in advanced infiltration. Can you find her in here? Look, Mom and Dad are watching a ninja. Maybe that's them, actually, huh? Keep that in mind. That might be a little foreshadowing. But here she is. She's hiding as a lamp. Things were going perfectly. Until, look what they're carrying in the door. There's a baby basket. Here's Nina hiding among her stuffed animals. Her parents brought home a kung fu master. She didn't look too happy about that. She liked it the way it was before. The master could disarm his captors with a single look. He could force any opponent to carry him. She's too big now. Now she has to walk, huh? The master never did anything by himself. Yet he won round after round after round. Suddenly, Nina realized that for the very first time, she was by herself. She flipped out. Oh my gosh, look at this tantrum. Knocking over blocks, kicking her stuffed animals, knocking over her dresser, doing backflips, knocking over the books. Yet, still no one came. Might have to change her tactics, huh? She went in search of the master. There's his little arm with a little rattle. "What's your secret?" she asked him. He just looked at her. It was like listening to the wind in the bamboo. Interesting," said Nina. The master stuck out his tongue and gurgled. Now, Nina is mastering baby-style kung fu. See how quietly she's sitting? And the master is learning the way of the ninja. Ooh, they're trading their secrets. Oh my goodness, look at this mess they made. Their parents will never know what hit them. They're getting good. They're working out these things together. Or will they? Their parents are actually kung fu ninjas too. And look at this. I love this page. How are the kung fu master and ninja baby? You see they're holding hands. So for this book, oh, look, now on the back, it's not only Nina anymore, right? Now the baby's back here too. I like this one inside the pot. So that book I picked out because I thought it was a good example of this idea that we can't always control what's happening in our world. We have to be detached sometimes. Like right now, we have to be detached that we have to stay home when we wish we could be at school, or we have to be detached from the idea of what we thought our life is going to be like right now, but it's not. But sometimes we don't know what's coming. And for her, she liked the way life was. And then this baby showed up and she hated it. And then they learned how to work together and became good friends, right? So actually, it's a wonderful thing. That's usually how we feel when new little people come into our lives, little siblings. We don't like it at first, but then we couldn't imagine a life without them because they're the best thing ever. Okay, now it is time for us to make our mandalas. And the reason I thought we could make mandalas is because Buddhist monks will often make mandalas out of sand. And the reason they use sand is because it symbolizes, Buddhism, that nothing lasts forever. I have notes here, but they're so scribbly I can't even read them. So often Buddhist monks will make them out of sand, do their ceremony, and then sweep them away. We are going to make ours out of anything that you have, but the point is we're not going to keep it forever. So you can use toys you have, you can use chalk outside, you can use things you found around your yard or while you were out exploring. If you're going to pick flowers, make sure that you ask grown-ups first, because some grown-ups don't like their flowers picked. I'm very fortunate that I have parents who don't mind us destroying their gardens. So my daughter helped me pick out some found objects today. Let's see, let me move this stuff back a little bit so you can see better. Okay. And again, you can do this outside, you can do it inside. I'm going to do it inside just because I'm sitting inside right now. And then after you make it, if you want to take a picture, you can, or you can just leave it outside for somebody to find, or you can just clean it up. The point is we're not going to keep it forever. We are very fortunate that we own phones and cameras, though, which means it's a little bit less about detachment when you take a picture, I suppose. But the whole aspect of it is that we're not going to keep it, okay? So start however you'd like. Make a mandala starting at the center and then working your way around. And it can be any shape that you want. I'm going to move this stuff aside. We picked this earlier today, so it's starting to get a little wilty, but that's okay because we're not going to keep it forever, right? And I'm going to start maybe with a stone in the middle that my daughter picked up from the beach. And then these are pine cones that she found outside and collected for me. Let's see, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I was going to say if I had 9, that would be perfect, but I only have 8, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 8. And then what should we do? These are azalea flowers, which are blooming here up in Maine. I love azaleas. I think they're so pretty. And I think the bees like them too. Anything that pollinators like, I like, because I love pollinators too. Okay, so the whole point is you're kind of just making a circle. You can add anything that you want. You can add things facing in and out. You can add things in a like this in a circle. I'm not going to do that though because I don't have quite enough stuff for that. Maybe I'll do that with my sticks. Who knows? And after you're done, if you want to send it to me, I'd love to see it. See, I don't have quite enough azaleas. I can't even go all the way around. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take out every other one and put something else there. Why not? These are called bleeding hearts. Do you have these where you live? They have these really beautiful flowers in the spring. We have them, they come in red and white and pink. They're one of my favorite spring flowers because they make these little hearts that look like they have a little drop underneath it. So I'm gonna pick some of those off and I'm gonna put them here. Like this. What do you think about that? I don't know if I have enough. I should have probably counted first, huh? Yes, I do. Okay. So we're gonna go around like that. Then I have these little things. Maybe I'll break them in half. I don't even know what these are. These are kind of like a succulent, I think. Kind of cool, huh? Put them here and here. And let's do it like this, because I only have 6. I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'll do 4. Okay. And then these are holly leaves. Put them out here. Now, if you guys want to go and collect your things, you can always come back and check on this later if you want. I'm going to have it on the YouTube channel, like I always do. And it'll also be on Instagram TV, I think. I'm not really sure. That's kind of a new thing. Everything is new. Thank you for bearing with me as I figure out this new medium. These are some rocks. I'm just going to put some rocks all around it. Why not? Right? What do you think? Okay. Now, I don't know what these are, but they're really kind of cute. They're like little bluebells, but they're purple. You see? I think they're really kind of cute. So I'm gonna take them off again. Ooh, they smell good too. I didn't realize they smelled so good. It kind of smells like a lilac. I'm gonna put a few of these around here. Just because they're so cute. Kind of like Ninja Baby. Okay. I really like the idea of doing this outside so that you can leave it on a sidewalk and someone can find it. But it's a little too windy today for me outside. Though when I was doing the other mandala a few days ago, that kind of made it interesting because every time there would be a gust of wind, I'd hold my breath, think, oh my God, this is it. And then we made it through. But then afterwards, we blew it all away. So here we go. What should I do with these little sticks? I'll put them here. Why not? All right. Anyway, you get the point, right? So we're going around in a circle and we're just creating a geometric pattern. If you don't have enough of anything to make it all the way around, that's okay. Just go with it. And then when you're all done, say, hey, Mom, Dad, can I show Dana a picture of my mandala? And send it to me so I can see all the beautiful work you guys have done. And if you want to share it, we'll post it on Instagram so that other people can see it and be inspired too, okay? Because it's really fun. And this can be done anywhere with anything. All you have to have are eyes to look for stuff and hands to pick it up. And then your mind and imagination to create it. And the whole point is to create something beautiful, but something that we're not attached to, because eventually it's going to go back to the earth, right? All flowers eventually die. All right, so I think I might be done. I'm kind of running low on materials here. I might put this right in the middle. What do you think about that? Yeah? Okay. And you know what? Because I put these little bell things in there. It smells kind of good. All right, should I add anything else? I think that's it. All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed reading those books with me and talking about detachment. And everything will be posted online at some point if I ever get around to it. I haven't been very good at posting my lesson plans because I forgot my computer back at home. But the book, there is a list for all the books we've done in the past, organized by the virtue that we read the book for. And those are on the link that is in my in my Instagram profile. You can find them there. And also, what was the other thing? Yeah, so anyway, this will be on YouTube if you want to watch it later, and also on Instagram Live, whatever it's called, Instagram TV. I don't know. I'm getting old. I don't know all the terms for these things. Okay, I love you all. Have a really good week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.